Hey, Pastor Steve Waldron, I hope you're having a great day in Jesus. I just want to ask a question, a serious question. I want you to think about it, even if you're an evolutionist. I don't want you to just, get into arguments and yell at me online and all this. But where are all the transitional fossils? Now, I ask that, and whenever I do videos on transitional fossils, people, they'll link to Wikipedia. Here's a list of all the different transitional fossils. I think they're missing the point, really, because first of all, not everything that claims to be a transitional fossil is in fact a transitional fossil. We all know that from paleontology, that many times things are speculated, or they'll find just a piece of a bone and reconstruct an entire animal from that bone, and a lot of suppositions goes into that. But even if every transitional fossil, even as like Colin Brown with the National History Museum up in Chicago says we don't have that many transitional fossils, all of them could fit on this table right here. But even if all the ones that claim to be transitional fossils were found, you and I both know that the journey from point A to point B should be filled with transitional fossils, not missing links, but the entire chain. So, and we're talking over the course in evolutionary theory of hundreds of millions of years, okay? In some cases, maybe even to the billions of years. So you would have, over the course of millions of years, that most of the fossil record would consist of transitional fossils, even above this, and not the fully formed and fully filled, which is almost all fossils. So I'll ask again, I ask in love, and I know it's very difficult because it comes down to matter of authority. Well, the people at the colleges and write the textbooks say so, and I understand that. But now there are wonderful pushbacks from acclaimed scientists like Dwayne Gish, like James Tour, like Wells, who's got a doctorate from Yale and another doctorate from UCal Berkeley. The instructor, Johnson, is it Paul Johnson? I don't think it's Paul Johnson. He's the writer of those great history books, but Johnson at UCal Berkeley as well, all have phenomenal books on this, and so that would push back against predominant thinking. Always remember too, just because the majority believes something doesn't mean it's true. What if you were in Nazi Germany and you were getting taught that not only Jews, but maybe Slavs and Gypsies and people with certain physical impairments and disabilities were lesser life forms and didn't deserve to live? Well, just because maybe that was the dominant theme of the day, does that mean you should believe it? Should you be like a Bonhoeffer that fights against that, militates against that, and the others of all stripes that would fight against that, even some Catholics and this type thing? So you have to be very careful. So I'll ask again, where are all, and think about it, think. And this has been the greatest danger of the day and age you and I live in, is I've noticed people have lost the ability to think. And maybe it's information overload, knowledge will increase, all of the electronics getting in our system and all this. But it's like, no, I found a list of 2,000 transitional fossils. Yeah, but that's 2,000 on every species and every extinct species on Earth. Where are the things predating them in a linear chain and a link? What it should be, instead of finding one or two in a particular, you should just have one or two holes in a particular. And this is why you had different people, like at one point in his life, that great Harvard evolutionist who said maybe it's punctuated equilibrium. Things just appeared every so often, and it called hopeful monsters and this type thing, because they realized that the paleontological record did not support the theory of evolution. Darwin certainly did. And he thought, well, they'll just be more found. The paucity of the fossil record just hasn't shown it. It still doesn't show it. Because even, again, many of the things called transitional fossils could be distinct species themselves, or something misdesignated, or just with deformities, that things were born with deformities. So you just, where are the transitional fossils? God bless. I love you. Read the creation account in Scripture. I think you'll find it fits with what you see all around you if you'll do an objective study on it. God bless. Talk with you later.